देखो, आज का टॉपिक विल मेंड योर ब्रोकन टुडे, shatter your stupid past, and give you a perspective about your future. It's that important. So fasten yourself up. तुमने सुना ही होगा कि एल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन, द ग्रेटेस्ट साइंटिस्ट, said it कि compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. Now, I'm not going with the legitimacy of this statement, but all I'm saying is this particular term, compounding, which by the words of finance basically means interest calculated on the initial principal, which also includes all of the accumulated interest from previous periods on a deposit or loan. But loan and interest, what the fuck are you talking about? This has nothing going on with me, bruh. खैर छोड़ो, एक स्टोरी सुनाता. There was once a man highly motivated to change his life. He committed to hard choices in life and stayed true to himself for months. But after prolonged effort put into his life, he realized that there was no visible changes. He was still the same guy, living in the same mundane life, interacting with the same boring people and getting the same miser's salary. Basically, the same everything. This made this man feel severely depressed. For him, he did everything right and still nothing ever happened. You see, that is hard. This is heartbreaking. After you put in every day of your week into doing the thing you are passionate about and still find no positive result, you start to question yourself. You disbelieve and disregard yourself. This man was no exception. Drowned in the thought of being worthless, this man went to a hermit living in the woods and said that despite being religious to his commitment for months now, he has not seen any changes in his life. To this, the hermit replied him by showing this Chinese bamboo tree, hundreds of feet high, kissing the sky as if it's meant to be there, as if it was destined to be amidst the clouds. And then hermit continued, the bamboo that you are seeing right in front of you were not always like this. In fact, when he first planted it and watered it and took care of it, it did not grow at all for the first year. And subsequently for the next 5 years, it did not grow at all. By the 5th year, only a tiny little outgrowth came out of the soil. And then within the next 6 months, this tree exploded 100 feet in 6 months as if it was a magic. As if some powerful spell was recited on the bamboo, for it was non-responsive for the past 5 years, and all of a sudden it grew so unimaginably high. Now then, the hermit asked the man, how long do you think it took for the bamboo to grow? Baffled with the question, the man said, 6 months? And hermit smiled and replied, 5 years and 6 months. The time that you thought the plant was non-responsive was the same time when the plant was strengthening its roots, preparing to shoot up to its full potential. The hermit watered it and nurtured it despite it being worthless to the naked eye. For he knew that if he stopped the process of committing to his job midway, then the plant won't grow underneath. And if you don't grow within you, you won't grow without. Every effort you are putting in, no matter how small it is, no matter how so even tiny it is, everything is adding up for a greater good. And that, my friend, is the true meaning of compounding. Every bit-sized activity that you do every day actually adds up. It adds up to something you could have never imagined in your wildest dreams. Once, Virat Kohli said it, you need to be boring with your training, with your lifestyle, with your habits. Because look at it, exercising daily yet not seeing any result in the initial phase is boring. Dieting and restricting food that you eat and not seeing your result is boring. Studying hard and still not performing in your exam is boring. But guess what? When you do it day in and day out, boring becomes legendary. The first time when Cristiano Ronaldo lifted weights did not make him the beast he is on the field today. It's his decision to lift weights every day and train like there's no fucking tomorrow made him the legend he is today. You see, result is just a small stimulus. You might have all of it in a day and lose it all in the next moment. But what's interesting is the mundane habits that you build and stay true to it. All this never excites the naked eye and the naked brain. But bhai, itna jaan lo. Every bit that you do today and tomorrow and the day after and for the rest of your life will add up to something you could have never imagined. Something so big that would brighten up all your future. Forget yours. तुम्हारा छोटे छोटे करतूत इस दुनिया को बदल सकती है.